Hi, Phyllis.
Morning, Phyllis.
Morning. I had some technical difficulties, but I'm here now.
Okay.
Morning.
Good.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Leticia.
Morning, Letty.
Good morning, Phyllis.
So we have about 33 people on, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Letty, do you want to start?
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to our meeting. Thank you for logging in. We appreciate it. Phyllis is our newest IAMC Region 4 Director. So Phyllis, since you're fairly new, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, dokie. I am, of course, from Louisiana. I'm the city clerk for Bossier City, Louisiana. I have been in municipal government for 25 years, doing city clerk or deputy clerk positions. I'm the immediate past president for the Louisiana Municipal Clerks Association, and I also serve on our retirement board, our municipal employees retirement board for the entire state of Louisiana. And I was elected to that position, so that's a big honor for me. I love this organization. I've been a part of IIMC since the very beginning, and I look forward to this new position on the board, and I hope to do a good job.
Great. Thank you very much. So pretty much we're going to cover a few things. Phyllis and I are going to go through the agenda. We have welcome and introduction. Is anyone new to Region 4 that has not been a member previous to, I guess, our last meeting last year? Do I see any hands up? Okay, there's Jennifer Howard. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Jennifer, your mic, you may be muted.
Sorry, I am just a little slow. Hi, I'm the deputy clerk at Clarksville, Arkansas. I work with Barbara Blackard, and I started April of 2019. So this is the first meeting I've attended.
Great. Great.
Welcome.
Anyone else? I'm trying to look through. Tina Flores. Oh, I know Tina. Tina, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Tina Flores, the new city clerk for San Antonio. I worked with Leticia Vacek at San Antonio since 2004. Honored and blessed to be part of the team, and she's taught me so much. I owe her more than you can imagine. But hi, everybody from San Antonio. Hope everybody's well and healthy, and I look forward to participating as much as I can, and looking forward to meeting all of you at the next conference.
Great. Awesome. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Leticia.
Great. Any other introductions we need to make? I didn't see any other hands up. Did you, Phyllis? I'm looking. I don't see any others. Okay, we'll move on. So we have on the agenda state reports from Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. So let's start with Oklahoma. Where is Oklahoma? Who's representing Oklahoma for their state report? Is there anyone from Oklahoma on? Okay.
Oh, I just saw a message from our new LMCA president, Doug Schmidt. He is from the city of Mandeville, Louisiana, which is close to New Orleans. He is actually new to our organization, and this is going to be his first meeting.
Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you for that. Is anyone online from Arkansas? I know they are, because we just heard from the deputy city clerk in Clarksville. Anyone else?
We are, and I don't know
Barbara, Denise is not here, so we have some of our officers though. Dina, you're here. Are you prepared to do a report? Well, I tell you what, being from Arkansas, we're used to just taking care of business. So I'm just going to tell you, things are going great here in Arkansas. And in case anybody has forgotten, we are hosting the 2022 IIMC conference, and we know you all are coming, right? Yay!
Hey.
Dogs! Yes, I'm kind of a cheerleader for Arkansas too. We're working through this COVID on our membership drive. We reached out to people electronically, and we've actually done a mail out, and we've seen quite a few new members from that. We recently had elections, and we've had some new people elected. So we're going to be reaching out and touching those people personally to get them involved, not only in our state association, but IIMC. We recently completed a successful institute online, which I don't know how many weeks that was. Barbara, Dina, Caitlin, any of you guys, it was a long haul to get it done, but we did.
12 weeks.
12 weeks. 12 weeks. We saw each other every Tuesday and Thursday for 12 weeks. So Barbara, do you or Dina or anybody else have anything else to add to what I just said?
No, as you said, we're currently working, trying to get all of our newly elected officials. We'll have a new training in January for our new clerks. So that'll be the next education after this one we have will be next month.
Great. Okay, anyone else want to add anything from Arkansas? Okay, we'll move on to Louisiana.
Doug?
I think he was trying to figure out how to unmute. I saw a message. He didn't know. So Doug, you would click on your screen. There's a little red microphone with a line through it. Just click on it and it will unmute you. Let's see if he can, while he's trying to find that, let's move on to Mississippi. Anyone here from Mississippi? Yay, Marianne. Let's hear from Marianne. Marianne, you're muted.
Hold the space bar down, Marianne.
Still can't hear her. Okay, can anyone hear Marianne?
No.
Okay.
Marianne, unfortunately, we cannot hear you. And I see that you have unmuted yourself, so I don't know what is going on. Anyone have any thoughts or ideas to assist Marianne? Barbara,
Hello?
Barbara Blackburn, you're muted.
Hey, I got on.
Okay, this is Doug speaking. We'll come back to Marianne, and hopefully she can get that situation figured out. Let's go ahead and go with Doug.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can.
Okay, I'm Doug Schmidt. I'm the new president of the Louisiana Municipal Clerks Association. I'm from Mandeville, and it's been a kind of uneventful year due to COVID. All of our events, of course, were canceled. But many of our clerks took advantage of the LMA, did a virtual training convention sessions, and clerks were able to achieve points toward their certification with these classes. And some of the topics were public records, open meetings, legal liability, communication skills, adapting during COVID, and of course, we have to take ethics. One of the sessions dealt with issues facing clerks in general, particularly focusing on public records requests, and I was fortunate to be able to assist the attorney with that session with comments and feedback. Additionally, the LMA also, along with the Louisiana Judicial College, hosted a 3-day, about 2 hours each day, virtual seminar on mayor's courts. Louisiana is considered one of the best mayor's court systems, And LMA has a handbook even that has been very helpful. It was really very informative and very important, the stuff that was on the virtual seminar, particularly for us because we have a new magistrate now, and they were able to, the magistrate and our new city prosecutor were able to join in, and they said they learned a lot. So we haven't used them yet for court yet, but we will be. The LMCA is looking forward to 2021 and hope we could get back together soon. Our spring conference is in the planning stage in Baton Rouge in April. We're going to hopefully still have our speakers to discuss mastering crucial conversations and developing confidence and leadership skills. Although the officers, we were all sworn in individually during COVID in our respective cities, but we will be sworn in again to serve the coming year. And then in October, we're planning our annual Clerks Institute for our full week of classes and activities. It's been a very tough year, not just with COVID. We've had storms and hurricanes. Some of our clerks in southwest Louisiana particularly, especially Lake Charles, around Lake Charles area, some of them are working in temporary office space as well as living in homes that have been damaged and need repair. So, our prayers still go to them, and so that they could take care of everything. Personally, during one of the storms, I had a tree fall in my backyard. It didn't cause any damage, but it made me have to work, which I don't like to do. So I had to go outside and cut the tree. But Phyllis can attest that Louisiana is a magnet for hurricanes once they get into the Gulf. One of the other things many of us have dealt with this year is we have new administrations, and we're dealing with changes in staff, policies, and some procedures. It's kind of daunting to have to train a new mayor and council since we're the ones who know the laws to follow. But it's challenging, and it's a good challenge. We're very optimistic, especially over here in Mandeville. We're all anxious yet optimistic about the new year, but we hope to be able to see each other soon. The LMCA's close-knit group. We consider each other family. So it's been difficult not to have our events. That's mostly all the report I have. On behalf of the LMCA, I would like to personally wish every one of y'all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thanks for allowing me to give the Louisiana report.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you so much. Okay, is Mary Ann back on? Mary Ann Hess, are you on?
Mary Ann is trying to call in.
Okay.
And if she is not able to get connected, I will give the report. But I think she's getting really close to being able to have her audio working.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jason. We'll go to Texas now. Who has the Texas report? Ellie.
So we got chocolate and song.
You have the Texas report? I saw Mary Lynn on here. Amy, there's Amy. Amy, you have the Texas report? Amy Niemer?
I don't have anything prepared, but I can say that we are all doing the best we can like everyone else with COVID. And we have had some in-person seminars and they've worked out well. We've worked with the hotels to do social distancing, and we've also we did our graduate institute, which is where we do our awards and everything. We did that all virtually and it was very successful. We had a lot of people join in, even more so than would have attended in person, I think. So it was great. And we are looking forward to 2021 and getting out of COVID, hopefully, and being able to meet in person on a regular basis and attend all of our seminars. So
Great.
that's all.
Okay, Jason, do you know if Mary Ann is on, or would you like to give the report?
It looks like she's still having a little bit of issues, but I'll kind of give a report, and if she comes on, she can update it. I am Jason Kemp, the Institute Director for Mississippi. I think this is one of my first meetings I've been with you guys, I've been in this position a little over a year and a half or so now. But we are excited to host this meeting, I think next year around the same time in Mississippi. So we'll hopefully be able to all get back together. The Mississippi clerks have been resilient as always through all the COVID issues that we've faced. We put a lot of our programs online, utilizing Zoom and Canvas and things like that early on. We have had one in-person event since all of this started, using, just like what Texas said, lots of social distancing, a lot of precautionary measures. This coming week, we will be hosting our clerk conference. That will actually be in person. It's important to have it because 2021 is municipal elections. And so all the clerks in Mississippi have to have required training. So we are having it next week, just, hoping and doing a lot of preparing as far as trying to meet regulations and keeping everybody safe. But for the most part, our programs have not seen that big of an interruption because of being able to transition online. So we're fortunate of that. But I do see some other clerks from Mississippi on. So if I've missed anything, feel free to share that.
Jason, hi, I'm Angela RICHBURG from Byram, Mississippi. I'm the city clerk and have been here for 10 years and was previously with another municipality in Mississippi for 7. And I'm a former president of the state association. Would this be the time that I should read the resolution from Mississippi for the candidacy of Miss Marianne Hess as vice president?
I believe you can, we can allow you to read that after we finish some of the other business.
Okay.
But
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome to read that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else wanted to speak for Mississippi? We'll go on to, we've covered everybody. That's everyone. Okay. Great. I do have a few announcements from the IIMC Foundation. First and foremost, Mary Lynn Strada did send me an email asking everyone to please think about giving to the foundation this coming Tuesday. That's the big give. There is a link that she provided that we will be sending out to you. So if you typically give at the end of the year, if you have money set aside for any organizations, nonprofits, please give to our foundation. Phyllis, did you have anything more to add on that?
Just that we have about 14,000 plus members in 12 different countries that are part of the IIMC, and everyone, the foundation gives a lot of money to these clerks. They help out with scholarships and things like that, and they also give regions. Each region gets money every year to help with their region conference, and so any little bit that you can give will definitely help.
Great, thank you for that. Okay, I have a couple other things, or actually more than a couple. I wanted to report on the board of directors meeting that was held virtually. The board approved a $5 membership dues increase for full members, and of course additional full members and associate members. The board also directed the Education and Professional Development Committee to review a new education endeavor that's going to be that's going to have the motto of Beyond the MMC program. And of course, all of you know what MMC stands for. So they're looking at something more to do after you receive your MMC. We also extended the virtual Athenian dialogues through June 2021. So be looking out for those those links in the newsletters that come out. Chris is really good about sending that out.
And it only takes 10 classes to be a fellow. And if you take one a month, you know, you're getting really close by the June 30th.
Right. And then the board also directed the policy committee to create a new policy regarding an IIMC employee recognition program, and to also create a new process for an annual business meeting if it cannot be held in person. The other item is they approved of course, the budget for 2020, making it the 12th consecutive years that IIMC's budget is in the positive. So Chris, that deserves an applause. So thank you very much for that. And all the board members, of course, since we serve on that board. So thank you, board members. Last but not least, the board approved the hiring of a director of professional development for July 2021. So that'll be exciting. And we look forward to hearing who is selected then. Phyllis, did you want to add anything else that was discussed at the board meeting?
Well, we, of course, some of us were there actually on site. And so we got to see the hotel. We got to see what precautions they were taking with all the COVID going on. And hopefully everybody will be able to see each other in May. They're really working really hard to make sure that everybody's safe. We felt very, very safe there. They had large tables, large banquet rooms. We were only allowed 4 per table when we were sitting there to make sure that we had plenty of space. And so they're looking forward to hosting us, and we're looking forward to hopefully being.
I think I want the bedliner.
And with the 2020 conference in St. Louis being canceled, of course, that has been that has moved. So Louis will still get a turn. Ellie, can you mute your microphone, please?
Thank you. Sorry, Phyllis.
That's okay. With the 2020 conference being postponed, of course, it's being moved now. And Chris is also on the call, and I believe it's 2025 is when it's been moved to. So St. Louis will still get an opportunity to host the convention, and it'll just be a little bit later. It was a lot of work. We put a lot of work into it. This was my first mid-year board meeting, and from the moment that we got up in the morning till by the time we drug ourselves to bed, we stayed busy. We stayed working on behalf of the organization. I got to meet a lot of wonderful people and develop some friendships that were just, it was a wonderful experience, and I really enjoyed it. And I believe we have also, like I said, we have Chris on the line if he would like to say anything. And we also have Mary Johnston. President Mary Johnston is on the line if she would like to say anything.
Mary, why don't you go first?
All right, thanks Letty and Phyllis, and thank you for allowing me to attend the region meeting. And Phyllis, she did a great report on how the hotel handled us being there back in November for our mid-year meeting. They took very good care of us, and I know they will do that in May as well. We are moving forward with an in-person conference, and so I look forward to having you all there in May, where we will be celebrating our 75th anniversary. And we've got a lot of exciting things planned in recognition of that. And so I know the preliminary program's been sent out to all of you. So make sure you get your registration in, get your hotel made. And we are going to celebrate and have a great time in Grand Rapids. So thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Yes, we're definitely looking forward to that.
Chris, did you have anything to add?
Done an excellent job of covering the mid-year. Mary just talked about the conference. The only way that conference does not happen is if something on a federal or state level tells us we can't do it. And the hotel.
Excuse me, Chris. Can everyone hear Chris okay? I can barely hear you.
All right, The hotel is willing to work with IMC regardless of whether we have large numbers or small numbers. So everybody is kind of anxious to get back and meet in person because that's really the best way to do that. But on a couple of other things, Karen Lee is our communications coordinator, and she's been a godsend regarding these Zoom meetings and getting them up and running for all of us. She and Ashley DeBlasi, who's in our education department, helped out with 20 virtual institutes this from May all the way to November. So we had approximately 2,000 members that were involved in these virtual institutes just to continue with their professional development. So, and as Phyllis and Leticia pointed out, the Athenian Dialogues are stretched out to June virtually. So if you've not attended one, do yourself a favor, get in one. They're inexpensive. They're in a great education component, a lot of learning, and it's a fun way to learn new things and develop your leadership management skills as well. Other than that, this is great. I think these things are not going to go away because they're convenient, but between that and meeting in person, I think it would probably be the optimum new world that we're going to move into. So,
right,
thank you for allowing me to join.
Thanks. And I want to say I'm really looking forward to the Beyond the MMC program. I can't wait to see what the committee comes up with. That was one of the things that we talked about at the board meeting, that it's a challenge for some of these municipalities that once you've reached your MMC, you know, they don't want to send their clerks to anything anymore. And so this is going to give them an opportunity for a reason to send their clerks, because there's something out there beyond the MMC, something a little bit, you know, a little bit higher prestige out there.
Right.
So those of us that have our MMCs, you know, we have something to look forward to. Hey, Marianne, I can see you.
So Marianne, go ahead and speak and see if we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Hi. It is great seeing everyone again. And I too attended the conference back in November virtually, but it was a fantastic learning experience. Seeing the hard work and the dedication of our board, we can be so proud of those individuals. I appreciate all their hard work very much.
Thank you very much. Now, do we have any other announcements from the board meeting? Okay, there being none, I'm going to recognize Angela RICHBURG at this time. Angela, go ahead.
Thank you. Hold on one. Okay. I just wanted to read the resolution that the Executive Board of Mississippi has approved to present at our business meeting next week to ask for the candidacy of IIMC Vice President for Ms. Marianne Hess, and it reads as follows. Whereas Mississippi Municipal Clerks and Collectors Association member Marianne Hess has served in various positions in the MMCCA, including president in 2010 to 2011, and continues to serve in multiple offices. And whereas Ms. Marianne Hess served the International Institute of Municipal Clerks as one of 2 directors of Region 4, consisting of Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana, on the IIMC of directors for a 3-year term from 2014 through 2017. Whereas Ms. Hess has also served on the Executive Committee of Mississippi Municipal League in 2011 and 12, and the Board of Directors of MML for 10 years. And whereas Ms. Hess has faithfully served the city of Laurel, Mississippi for the past 20 years in the position as city clerk and finance director, and an additional 5 years as the city clerk finance director in the city of Greenville, Mississippi. And whereas Ms. Marianne Hess received the prestigious 2020 IIMC Quill Award for the outstanding service and dedication to the city clerk profession. And whereas the MMCCA has determined that Ms. Hess has demonstrated through her commitment and dedication to the city clerk profession and to local government the necessary leadership skills to lead the IIMC as vice president. Now therefore it be resolved, the Mississippi Municipal Clerk and Collectors Association membership enthusiastically pledges their support of Laurel, Mississippi's City Clerk and Finance Director, Ms. Mary Ann Hess, for the office of IIMC Vice President. So be it resolved the 21st day of October 2020. Motion was made by Paula Tierce and duly seconded by Russell Wald. And we are excited that she is put up for this candidacy, and she represented us very well as a director previously with IIMC, and hope that she gets to continue her support and service to the IIMC.
Great. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Congratulations, Mary Ann.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you. And I am on board by this. I'm really looking forward to serving as the IMC Vice President, and I appreciate Region 4's support on this. Thank you very much.
And I just wanted to congratulate you for being a candidate for Vice President. As some of you may know, I too am putting my candidacy out there for Vice President. So the good thing is we will have two folks from our membership, Region 4, running for Vice President. So we can't lose, right?
Right.
So I think that's a win-win. So Mary Ann, if you get it, that's great. And if I get it, I think that's great too.
Good luck to both of you ladies.
Thank you. Is there any other items that y'all wanted to cover today? That is all I have on our agenda. Phyllis, is there anything else that anyone wanted to cover?
I don't think there was anything else that we could really cover on here. We had some requests for performance measures for the city clerk office, and I think that kind of varies in between the municipalities, and so that's something that's probably best handled through the statewide association, because the Louisiana clerks, we don't do elections, whereas I know that Texas clerks do, and other, I'm not sure about the other states, but I know in Louisiana, thank God we're so lucky that we don't have to deal with that. So, I know that there were some other issues that people kind of wanted to talk about, and hopefully that when we get to meet in person and through the IIMC and through some of these workshops and things that we have, that we could get some of the answers to the questions that everyone was asking.
I don't recall who asked that question, but if you are on this call and you email me, it's lvacek@trophyclub.org. I'm happy to give you the performance measures that were utilized when I was with the city of San Antonio.
And I know that they said that they wanted more online opportunities, more online classes to obtain the MMC. And I think that Chris and the board did a really good job. IIMC did a really good job of helping with that, with the virtual institutes that were held this past year. So I know that everyone is trying to do the best they can to try to give some more opportunities for our members in light of the COVID situation.
Great. Okay, I think that will conclude our meeting. Chris, do you have anything to add before we adjourn?
No, congratulations to the two candidates, you and Mary Ann. Phyllis and Letty, you guys did a great job of this region meeting. Thank you for inviting us.
Hey, Diane, we have a request for you to show us your sweater again. Diane, are you still on?
Yeah, she's showing it.
Wow. And Karen just sent us a message. If anyone is interested in joining a committee, the committee application due date is January the 15th. And there is a website. If you look in the chat on the right-hand side of the screen, there is a website, a link where you can go and sign up for those committees.
Great. And I know Annette Variel is still on. Annette is a city secretary in the lower Rio Grande Valley of Texas. And she too served as my deputy when I was in McAllen. So hello and thank you for joining IIMC.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Nice to see you, Letty, and everyone else.
We look forward to seeing everyone in person in May. Keep your fingers crossed, anything crossed that you can possibly cross, because we want to be in person in May.
Yes, we do. I think it's time. Okay, there being no other business to bring forth, I will declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you, Mary Johnston, for joining us. This was great to have Mary join us. We wouldn't have had this probably otherwise. You too, Chris. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
And a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Merry Christmas.